Today, as Zorlu Enerji, we will try to represent our SDG solution with my colleagues Yansı and Bu. So I'm working as R&D manager in Zorlu Enerji Group. So while my colleagues are introducing themselves, I will also be trying to share my screen and presentation. So Bu or Yansı.
Hi, this is Bu. I'm an energy systems engineer, and I have been working in Zorlu Enerji for 5 years as a business developer. And recently, I'm working on charging stations for electric vehicles.
Hello, everyone. This is Yansı. I've been in the Zorlu Enerji Group for over a year and a half. My main responsibility is to mitigate FX exposure. I work as a financial risk specialist. Thank you for having us.
Okay, thank you. So I'm also trying to share my screen. Sorry for the inconvenience. I hope you can see it now.
Yes, we can.
Okay, that's great then. So actually, we have already introduced ourselves as the team, and if this was a face-to-face meeting, actually we were planning to ask the audience a question, which is very important for our solution that we will propose today. But even we don't have any face-to-face meeting, so I believe I can ask at least to the participants of this live session this question: that okay, how many of you who had the chance to drive an electric vehicle? So could you please raise your hands if possible? Okay, so as far as I see, the number of people who are using or driving electric vehicles are not high as of today. But as you can also see on the screen, this will not be the same in the near future and also in the upcoming years, we can say. So as you can see on the right-hand side, the number of sales, the total number of sales in the car sector will increase.
Sir, I think we are not seeing the slide you're talking about now. Can you share it in full in presentation mode?
It's already in presentation mode, but I think you cannot.
Okay, now we can see that's fine. We can see the slide now.
Okay, great then. So I will proceed like this. So as you can see on the right hand side, 55% of total car sales will be composed of electric vehicles by the end of 2040. So this means that there will be millions of electric vehicles on the roads, which is not a current problem for most of the countries, but it's going to be it might be a problem in the upcoming years, we can say. So until 2030, 6 million electric vehicle batteries will be retired in each year. So this was the actual beginning of our problem, we can say. So there was also another problem that we detected while we are searching much about these electric vehicles. So the existing recycling facilities were not enough to recycle 300,000 electric vehicle batteries each year. So this was a problem that we detected in this program, and we said that, okay, we need to find a solution for this problem. So of course, we all want to use electric vehicles instead of fossil fuels, but electric vehicles also are using some equipments like batteries. So batteries are the biggest portion of electric vehicles, and which is also the most expensive piece of electric vehicles. So we just said that, okay, we can find a solution for this problem. So while we are creating our solution, we just said that, okay, we learned that even if you take these electric batteries out of your electric vehicle, it still has a capacity to be utilized for other purposes. So it means that even if I cannot use this battery on the electric vehicle, I may have the chance to utilize it for other purposes. So as a company, we wanted to construct our solution on this on this idea, I can say. So we just said that, okay, if we reuse or upcycle these batteries, we will have more chance to protect the environment. So this was the general idea. So we said that, okay, with our existing infrastructure and with our existing capabilities of our company, we said that we can take part in this reuse section of this solution. We said, okay, what can we do with these batteries for reuse purposes? So we can use them on robot charging stations. So as I have already stated before, there will be millions of electric vehicles on the roads in the very near future. So most probably the charging stations, available charging stations, will not be enough to feed the existing number of electric vehicles. So if we reuse these batteries in this kind of robot charging stations, we can prevent the grid disturbances, and we can also enable people access to electric vehicle charging stations. And also we can use these batteries in combination with PV panels or rooftop panels, we can say. So by doing this, we can also give access to the people who doesn't have access to the electricity. So this was the main steps of our solution, we can say. So how we could come to this solution? We as Zorlu Enerji already are involved in electric vehicle business. So with our brand, Zorlu Enerji Solutions, we are the leader charging point operator right now in Turkey. This was the power that we've always felt while we are trying to put our solution. So we also had another brand, Electric, which is EV car sharing platform. This was also another power that we felt while we are proposing our solution. So we just said that, okay, we are already involved in this electric vehicle business. So why shouldn't we take part also in reuse of these electric vehicle batteries? So this was the motivation that we put in place, I can say. So when we come back to the SDGs, what are the places that we touch on SDGs? Was that, okay, by enabling access to the people who doesn't have access to the electricity, we will directly be touching to the SDG 7. So we will be touching to their access to electricity, we can say. So other SDG that we are again involved directly was SDG 12, which is responsible consumption and production. And okay. So in SDG 12, we said that, okay, if we reuse these electric vehicle batteries, we will directly get involved in this SDG 12. And by doing all these things, we will also be getting involved in SDG 11 and also SDG 13, because it means that reusing the batteries means that you will be manufacturing less new batteries. So manufacturing less new batteries means that you will be using less raw materials like lithium, nickel, cobalt, or some other things. So this will also decrease your carbon footprint for the mining of these raw materials, we can say. So before the conclusion of my speech, I would also like to say that how we will be proceeding in our business model. We have some group companies like Metanickel and Vesta, which are involved in recycling and battery production business. So as Zorlu Enerji, we will be taking part in the reuse section of this solution, and we will be giving end-of-life batteries to our recycling company, and they will be processing these end-of-life batteries, and they will get some raw material, and this raw material will be used by another group company of our holding, we can say, and they will generate a battery. So this was the business model we proposed in our solution, and that's all for our presentation. So many thanks for listening, and we are ready for the questions, I can say.
Thank you so much. We're going to take a question right now. Kim, Manda, Nadim. Manda? All right.
Okay, so I facilitated two regions of YSIP, Kenya and South Africa. And one of the things that I encouraged towards the end was collaboration between companies. And you said that you have in your group already recycling facilities. But from what I heard in the ACOC presentation, it sounds like the extraction for reuse in batteries is quite difficult. Have you thought of maybe collaborating or talking to ACOC so that maybe your spent batteries could be sold to them? Because it sounded like they were saying there was a gap in the market and they couldn't really get. They were worried that they would have enough batteries to buy.
Yeah. So thanks for the question, Manda. So we definitely did that. Actually, a month ago, we had the chance to come together with Akbek Holding. So we realized that our solutions are very similar to each other. But when we explained this, our solutions to each other, we once again realized that our main focus points were different. So we were willing to take part in reuse section, but Akbek was willing to take in recycling section. So at the end of our presentation, we only showed a circular economy within our Zorlu holding company. But this doesn't mean that, we will only be resolving this issue internally. Of course, we are also planning to have some stakeholders or other companies in this facility. So I would also like to make one correction here. So we don't have any existing recycling facility. We have a mining company in our hand, which is extracting nickel and cobalt or some other things, but they have their own research and development studies. So they also think that we may have the chance to make a collaboration in this field. So of course, we are open to make collaboration with all the companies all over the world, we can say.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Zorlu team. One final point. I see that you've unmuted yourself. We still have 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm just curious. From a country where 50% of all the new cars that are being sold are electrical, and of course there is a big challenge. How do you get enough charging stations and all that? But could you just remind me, perhaps you said it already, how do you take that battery and make it into the charging station? Because you said you're going to use that in the charging, but I didn't understand how do you do that concretely? How do you use it?
Well, actually, there is not an existing regulation about this, recycling process in Turkey, and also in Europe, there is also not any existing regulation about this. So we think that we will be making special agreements or deals with battery manufacturers or electric vehicle manufacturers, and we will go and ask them, we are willing to get your end-of-life electric vehicle batteries, and we will be repurposing it. So this will be our business model. So we will go directly to the battery manufacturers or electric vehicle manufacturers, and we will make special agreements with them. So we will be taking their electric vehicle batteries. So as soon as we take any electric vehicle batteries at the end of their lifetime, we will be unpacking the units if it's possible. So this is something that is technically not easy at current stages, but we thought that, with some research and development studies or laboratory studies, we can also tackle this issue. So, of course, we have some further studies. We need to make some further studies to develop this idea. It's not as easy as presented or told, we can say. We need to work harder on this solution to realize it.